Welcome to another edition of Question and Answer with a Criminal Defense Attorney. I am Mark Solomon, a defense attorney in Denver, Colorado, and today's question is about suppression hearings. But before we get to that, don't forget to click like on this video and subscribe with a little bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Now, this is a follow-up video, so be looking for the link over here to a regular motions hearing, as in what is a regular motions hearing? Today's question is suppressing defendant's statements. What does that mean? In just about every criminal case where the defendant has made a statement to law enforcement, we are concerned when we go to trial that those statements might not be admissible. So what we do is a motion to suppress. And what we are basically looking for is that all statements that the government wants to introduce have to be voluntary, as in not coerced. This is not something where they beat you up or threaten to beat you up if you didn't admit to committing the crime or being there or whatever other admission they're trying to get from you. That's number one. And number two is that the Miranda waiver must be valid. So what is a Miranda waiver? Look at the video I've done on Miranda, because when we look at Miranda, a police officer has to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to an attorney and so forth. And when the officer says, do you want to talk to me anyway, that's called a waiver if you say yes. You've just waived or given up those rights to remain silent, which you shouldn't do. Don't do that. But if you did and were fighting that waiver, the Miranda issue, the court has to hear evidence that the officer gave you Miranda warnings and that you voluntarily waived them. So those are the two issues we generally look at in a suppression hearing, and it's mostly when we're doing defendant statements, it's mostly those two issues, which is Miranda waivers and a voluntary statement. Okay. That is the question and answer for today. If you would like your own question answered, you can email it to me, put it in the comments below, or tag me on Twitter. And as always, as I've already said in this video, you have a right to remain silent. So if the police officer asks you questions about anything you've done, said, been, have, anything at all, you have the right to say, I don't want to talk to you. And if they persist, I want a lawyer.